It was also very fortunate that, remember, 3 went for a late expansion. He went for an earlier gas and earlier pool. Earlier pool means earlier Lings. It means earlier Spine Cooler, or I should say Sunken Coney in 3's case. So everything was earlier than normal because he had gone for an earlier pool. And with that, GG. So solid defense there by 3, and that leads us here into our next series. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Vermeer, we have the yellow Zerg player, himself. Droning, by the way, it is Wayne. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the Brood War Protoss player with the Polish Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. We go. As we are opening up, and welcome one and all to Vermeer. This is a 4-player spawn map. They're not aware of each other's locations. Not yet. Overlord is going in for the scout, so is the probe, and they will find each other. They will find each other. As Gerald pokes in. There's going to be hatch gas pool here from Wayne. And Gerald does confirm. Behind this goes for a 2-gate opener. This has been quite trendy amongst a lot of the Protoss players. I'm thinking specifically of Classic. Classic is going for a lot of 2-gate openers. This should be for a double Zealot early on into a 3rd and 4th. I think Classic goes up to 6 Zealots, but he does rally early on across the map, and you can actually get quite a bit of value with these early Zealots, especially with close spawns. Behind this, going for a delayed Cybercore. So let's poke in. Of course, Wayne is now aware of the location of Gerald's. They do now spot each other. They're now aware. And here we go. Here come the Zealots. Now, Wayne, he will spot this with his Overlord. He is aware of the Zealots moving in. Knowing, though, is one thing. Can he stop? Can he save his workers? Can he minimize losses? As we have the next set of Zealots on the way. As we mentioned, I believe Classic usually goes up to 6. We'll see if we go into more. As Zealots say, deny mining. They force back the Queen. Okay, just some careful micro here out of Gerald, as he does join forces with extra Zealots. Now poking forward. Nice target firing there by Wayne. Does hard down one of the Zealots. As we have a 5th Zealot on the way and a 6th and 7th Zealot on the way as well. So getting up to 7. And again, this is forcing out Zerglings, forcing out a Spine Crawler. This is forcing out not drones from Wayne. As Wayne is going into 2-base lair? Wait, what? What is happening? 2-base layers on the way. Link speed some in production. That's a lot of Zerglings here for Wayne. And with that fast lair, I'm feeling Muta play. But there are a lot of possibilities. I mean, it could be into fast Hydras, into like a Ling Hydra all-in. Could be for Nidus play, into Ling Queen Nidus. The gas count is still quite low. Only 2 gases, but there it is, Spire. So 2-base Muta out of Wayne. Meanwhile, Ling's there. Oh, the wall's open. The wall's not a wall. I believe we attempted to wall off there. And Lings, they get in, getting 1 probe kill so far. Nothing major, thankfully. Just the 1. Does cause a bit of chaos. There we go, gets a 2nd probe. But not quite a 3rd. As we build up to 8 Zealots. 2 of them get surrounded. Not just 2, most of them actually. Catching at 2, getting up to 3. 3, 4, oh, 5 Zealots go down. And Gerald, he never did scout the main. That's what's scary here. He has no idea. He has no idea what's going on. He's unaware of the lair. He's unaware. Going for the expansion. Forcing a cancel, not bad. Gerald does force a cancel. Mutas are in production. 6 mutas here from Wayne. He's throwing down a wall. Gee, he's going mass muta. He's going mass muta. The mutas able back just in time. And it's only 3 Dragoons. I say 3, going down to 2. They're going down to 1. 1 Dragoon left. Likewise means they turn back around. They go for the Zealots. Queens, they hold their own. And with that, Wayne, he does hold, he does defend. Trying to catch out more Dragoons. Not the cleanest trade, but he will get another. Trading out a muta. Trading out another muta as well. 2 for 2. And with that, Gerald, he's holding. He's holding on. Wayne, he slips into the expansions. Gets into the main. Gets into the main base. Takes down 5 probes. I say 5, getting him to 7. 7, 8 workers. I mean, Dragoons are so slow. So clunky here at responding to mutas. And we have +1 air attack. We have no other tech. Still mass muta. It's still just mass muta here at Wayne. And we've been here before. If you remember in the earlier Rebellion series, where Wayne went mass muta and Rebellion, he refused to throw any Stargates. He refused to tech up. Now here the Dragoon count is higher. I will say that. If you recall, Rebellion was going for a more charge-heavy composition. Charge and Archons. So it's a different dynamic. And hey, the Dragoons are holding their own. Not bad. They're bullying back Wayne. They do send him away. And again, the purpose of all this is to break the expansion, to break the 3rd. Another muta goes down. Lings, they do slip into the bases. But Gerald, he's still pushing, he's still going for the kill, going for the expansion. He wants that 3rd. Oh no! Muta goes down. Likewise, Wage catching out Wayne. Wayne catching out some of those reinforcements. And the base will fall. Likewise, Wayne also denying the 3rd base of Gerald, or at least trying to. He is going for the 3rd. Oh, it does catch out one of those Dragoons. 2 of them even. But Wayne is forced back. And again, the low base count here is killing him. He can't really sustain this kind of army, not on just 2 bases. And not if Gerald gets another base up and running. Once again, there are another 4 probe kills. As they rotate. Dive back in. Gerald, he is paying attention. He is forcing this back. Dragoon range is helping. Well, what's important here is that Gerald, he was a little more aggressive and assertive with these Dragoons. As we mentioned before, when it came to his push, he was forcing the mutas to engage into the Dragoons if he wanted to save the base, and he failed to save the expansion. So some really good positional play here from Gerald. Muse, they do hit the third once again, going for the pylons. Lings, they will support quite well, but the shield battery is now done. Oh, gets C-powered. And because Gerald already killed the third base once, he doesn't have to break out. He doesn't have to push. He already has the better economy. He has more efficient mining. Now he can just calmly turtle up and get into Storm. There's nothing pressuring Gerald to move out yet. Once Storm is done, then he can commit. And he may even just go for an all-in with that. Meanwhile, more side defense on the way. Cannons, shield batteries. They're not done yet though. One cannon is going to go down. So nice pick up here by Wayne. Breaks through the cannon, breaks through the mineral line. Gerald, he was overly reliant on these cannons. They weren't done in time. And he gets punished. He gets punished for it. So nice pick up here from Wayne. Again, looking for these openings. Catching out the High Templar. Oh, gets one. One High Templar goes down. Nice snipe. There are how many left? 5. Gee, that's a lot of High Templar. And once again, you can see how assertive Geralt is being. Zoning back the army. Storms are coming in. And from here, Geralt, he can just keep pushing. He can just keep pushing towards the bases of Wayne. As Geralt moves out, Wayne moving in. Lings are getting ready. The High Templar, no, the High Templar! Oh, they get caught out, they overextend. And that's 5 High Templar going down. Oof, that should not have happened. I mean, Storm was meant to support this army so we can push out. Without Storm, Geralt, he's stuck at home. He's stuck at home. Not like this. As now there are no storms. He has to rebuild the High Templar. Once again, Wayne getting ready here for the Ling run by. Collapsing in the army. Yeah, just going for the fight at this point. Now there's no storm to deter. Lings, they come into support, and Dragoons are falling one after the other. Brutal losses here for Gerald. Almost getting another. Gerald's still holding his own. Behind this, how many High Templar? 2. 2 High Templar, 2 storms. He has to make them count. There are plenty of spine coolers at the natural, less so here at the third. Only 2, they're going down. Gerald wedging himself in between the bases. Once again, kind of forcing the Muse to push into him. And he's got those 2 storms. Up! Speaking of, first one, no major connections. Yeah, the High Templar, they go down. Leads the collapse on the army. And Gerald, he will get completely cleaned up, losing every single High Templar, every single Dragoon. Whew. And again, it was only 2 High Templar, only 2 storms. Wayne, he's done it. At this point, he has done it. He has broken the main army. Now it's time to camp the production. Going for the shield battery. Going for the pylon. Doesn't quite collapse on the... Oh, there we go. Takes down the High Templar. Collapses on the Dragoons. And with that, GG gets called. Wayne, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played again. The game-winning move for Wayne, catching out 5 High Templar, and each of them had at least 1 storm as well. He got every single High Templar, and from there, Gerald, he lost all the momentum. He lost so much momentum in that one moment. Imagine that move out, that push that we saw towards the end with what would have been 5, 7 High Templar instead with so many storms. That could have been game. That could have been game then and there if Gerald was able to pull that off, but again, he did bleed out his High Templar in the process, did lose everything, and in the end, it gets surrounded. GG. GG, well played. That leads us into game number 2. That leads us into Maganatha. Let's go. The largest map in the map pool. And we'll see how our players will adjust their approach. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the yellow Zerg player, the Brood War Zerg, leading the series 1-0. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the green Protoss player, the SC2 Protoss, representing Streamer Zone from land of Poland. It is Gerald. Hello. What's going on? As Wayne does move out with an early drone. And I'm not used to seeing hatch blocks in this matchup, specifically Brutal versus SE2, but I believe should be setting up for a hatchery block across the map to delay the expansion. So that should be the goal. Yep, there we go. Hatchery's on the way. And this is a way to disrupt the opener of the opponent. This is a way to delay the economy and to force a response. Remember, this is not an all-in, this is a delay. This is the equivalent of what Gerald is doing. Gerald, he's also pylon blocking the natural. So we get a pylon block out of Gerald, we get a hatch block out of Wayne. Wayne forced to go for a gas, go for a pull, all before expanding. Boys are being pulled. From here, the bases are under fire. From here, again, we do force out a 2-gate opener out of Gerald. This means Zealots are going to be forced out, and there should be an Adept follow-up. Or Adept follow-up. So the aftermath of this proxy hatchery, of this hatch block, is going to be a tough defense from Wayne. We'll see if we can pull it off. Oh, doesn't quite get the kill. Drone slips in. Ideally, Wayne wants to go for a gas steal if he sees an opportunity. If he sees an opening. Oh no! As he is going to get surrounded. The drone is killed. The hatch or the gas steal is denied. And now here come the Adepts. Now, Wayne did go for a gas before hatchery. And he's double expanding to catch up. So he's forced to double expand, but he did go for an earlier gas, guys. So link speed is already on the way. And he's staying in gas. He stays in gas. This should be for, I was going to say either a fast lair or a hydrogen. We have the answer. It's going to be hydras. So early hydra production out of Gerald. Meanwhile, the initial Zealot Adept does move out across the map. Back at home, Gerald, he's fully walled up. He is ready. As Zealots say to attempt this round. Oh. Last Lings, they do surround one, both Zealots. Nice defense so far here by Wayne. Gerald with a hidden probe. We'll see if we make use of that. As Wayne, he's not droning, by the way. He has 2 bases, but no drones. He's making Lings, making Hydras. He's going for the all-in. No saturation. He could be right now. There's no reason to make these Hydras, but he's just rushing into the Hydras. Checking the vision here of Gerald. He did not scout the tech. He did not see the Hydrogen. He does not know what's going on. He also has not seen the lack of drones. So Gerald, he's in the dark. Right now he's playing standard, going into Glaive Adepts. That's not going to help. What does he need? He needs cannons, shield batteries. He needs static defense. Ideally a robo for immortal production, or just extra gateways for extra warp ins. But here we go, Hydras are revealed, and the wall is open. It's just completely open. Oh god. It's completely open. The boys are being pulled. A last second defense here from Gerald. Does surround the Hydra. Not bad. Surrounds the Hydras, but alas, there's just still so much behind this. Hydras, they do slip away. They slip away, they start to step back. Mineral lines are going down. Going for the pylon, going for the Artosis pylon. Oh, denies the warp in. Depowers both gateways, and there is 0 gateways in the main. There is 0 production. 3 Adepts, what you see is what you get. And we go from there. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. GG gets called, and Wayne takes a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. A cheeky all-in there by Wayne, and unfortunately Gerald, he did not rescout, he did not check what was at the mineral lines, whether or not there were any workers. He did not recheck the main base. He had no idea of the faster hydrogen. Gerald, he was playing blind, playing in the dark, and with that, GG. GG, well played. Oh. Wayne takes a 2-0 lead, and now we're getting into game number 3. Stepping into game 3. Going to be loading into Sylphid, a 3-player spawn map. And spawning in the top side. The top side here of Sylphid, we have the yellow Zerg player. We have the yellow Zerg player himself. Oh. The Brood War Zerg. Sorry, the SC2 Zerg is what I meant to say. Leading the series 2-0, it is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Brood War Protoss player, the green Protoss, representing Streamer Zone, it is Gerald. Interesting to see that Gerald, he did opt to switch into Brood War, not SE2. Remember, it is loser's pick. Gerald, he scouts bottom left, and Wayne also prioritized scouting bottom left as well. Both players, they scout the wrong location. Inadvertently, they do confirm the position of their opponent, of course. Ooh, 2-gate opener. Same opener here. We saw this in game 1. It's going to be a 2-gate opener. Oh, never mind. This is not what we saw in game 1 at all. I mean, 2-gate opener into early Zealot production, that is true. But we have a Forge alongside this. That is interesting. Are we planning to cannon rush? Are we planning to set up an outpost here outside of the natural? What's the plan? Now, this is Hatch Gas Pool, standard opener out of Wayne. Gerald, do we attempt to... Yeah, let's go. He's going for the cannon rush. He's going for it. Pylons are being thrown down. Wayne, he will confirm with the Overlord. A couple of boys are being pulled. Oh no, he gets stuck. No, he gets stuck with the egg. Does move in. And he doesn't quite get on top of the probe. Pylon does complete. We're on patrol. Shows those cannons. There it is, first cannon's on the way. Oh! Does get a second. And a third. No, sorry, 2. So 2 cannons, 2 pylons. Zelda moving out across the map. The boys are being pulled. And they do get on top of the first cannon. They will focus it down, and now they can go for the final cannon. There's only 1 cannon left. This is not working out well here for Gerald. They're exposed, they're not going to finish. Yeah, the cannons, they will not complete. Spine crawlers on the way, and Wayne, he completely shuts this down. Kills the probe, denies the cannons. GG gets called. I don't know how experienced Gerald is with cannon rushing. Alas, doesn't quite work out. GG, and Wayne, he will claim the series 3-0. GG. Interesting build is what I will say. Interesting build. Unfortunately, as we did mention, the cannon wasn't protected. The first cannon was not protected. We saw that there was a cannon to wall that area off, but there was extra surface area on the cannon, so it was very easy for Wayne to focus down the second cannon, create an opening, and then get on top of the first cannon. And the cannons just would not finish. They would not finish. There was plenty of surface area. It's also unfortunate as well that this cannon rush was done with 1 probe, so once the probe went, also there was kind of less workers there to throw down more cannons or to try to wall up and wall off and try to disrupt the setup. It was a bit of a shaky execution, and with that, GG well played. With that, Wayne does advance on to the grand finals, and we have our finals getting ready for us here. It's going to be a best of 5 between Wayne and 3 Point. Let's go. As we do need a moment to set things up. To set up our players and set up our teams. Let's go. As a reminder here, we have our brackets fully confirmed when it comes to our players advancing on. 3 Point took down Prome 2-0, took down Young Yakov 3-2, and now is in the finals against Wayne. Wayne took down Rebellion, took down Gerald as well. Now, if you recall, we had a very crazy, very intense, very dynamic ZVZ between 3 Point and Young Yakov. Very short, a lot of 12 pools, a lot of 13-12s, a lot of early gas, a lot of early pool, a lot of hyper aggression between 3 Point and Young Yakov. I expect something similar between 3 Point and Wayne. I'll be honest. Like we never really got to see the mid game of 3 Point and Young Yakov. We never really got there. We never got a stable economic setup early on into a back and forth mid game. Never happened. I'll be surprised to see it here. But I'm looking forward to the vetoes. I don't know what the vetoes were. I don't know what the map order is, or maps are chosen. I don't think I've seen a ZVZ on an island map. Are they willing to play on Neo Isles of Siren? I hope so. I hope they're willing to. but you're gonna be deterred to do it though, because the problem is that Brutal Zerg is just so good when it comes to Muta versus Muta. Like Muta Scourge versus Muta, it's just brutal. So that might just, yeah, so it's probably just gonna be a veto. We'll see. As game 1 is gonna be on Vermeer.